Welcome back, Tigers. Now, sometimes us admins need to delete an Apex class from production, but we don't have any experience nor the patience to use developer tools like VS Code. Now, I want you to proceed with caution here, as you could do some real damage to your processes if you just start deleting a bunch of custom code from your org and you have no idea what it's doing or if it's safe to delete it. Now, if you are 100% sure the code can be deleted, then you can process with this option to delete the Apex class. This is the least scary way I have found and the easiest way for non-developers to delete Apex from production. I want you to make sure you test this process in a sandbox first to make sure you are comfortable with the steps that we're going to show you. Now let's go check out how to delete an Apex class from prod. All right, here we are in Salesforce, and I decided to make this video because I had to delete 2 Apex classes the other day. I was doing a deployment and it was late and I couldn't call up my developer and say, hey, I need these Apex classes deleted now. They were causing test class issues. I had to figure out how to do it on my own. I spent about an hour in VS Code trying to do it, trying to use Agentforce, and I was just too scared at the end of the day to let it rip there. So I found instructions and pieced them together for Workbench. And I wanted to share those steps with you here today because I felt really safe deleting the Apex classes using this process. So I'm going to show you exactly what those steps are. And there's an article in the description below that links to the Blue Ninjas article that's going to have the exact code snippets that I'm going to show you right now in this video. So our first step is we need to open up Notepad++, and we're going to have to create 2 text files. And then I have 2 Apex classes that I want to delete as my example. First, we need to create what's called a deployment manifest. And I'm going to give you this code and you're just going to copy and paste this code exactly. Now I will save this to my computer in a place that I can find it. Okay, so I saved the file and I made sure that I called it package.xml. So that's very important that it needs to be named that. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create another text file. It's actually an XML file, I'm using the wrong terminology here. And we're going to list the Apex classes that we want to delete. This is the exact name of the Apex class in my sandbox here. You can see these are the 2 I want to delete. So if you have 1 or more Apex classes, you're just going to list them out 1 row for each one. You don't need any commas or anything. You'll just copy and paste this and then change this middle part to be the name of your Apex class. If you have an Apex trigger, you would just change this from Apex class to Apex trigger, and then you would list your triggers. In this example here, what we're using is Apex class only. All right, so then I'm going to save this file. And then you have to make sure that you name your file destructivechanges.xml. Right, so that is very important as well. Now you're going to send these to a compressed folder. So let me open that up. Okay, so here's what both of your files look like when you save them. So then I'm going to highlight both of these. I'm going to right click and I am going to send to a compressed folder. So then you'll have a zip file. Then you're going to go to Workbench. And then I'm in the sandbox. I'm going to log in here. Automatically logged me in because I'm logged into my sandbox over here. Now you're going to choose to do a migration. Then you're going to deploy. And then you're going to choose your file and you're going to choose the zip file that we just created. So I'm going to choose this zip file right here. And then I'm going to choose single package is true, rollback on error is true. And then I'm going to click next and deploy. Now, this is like any other deployment that you do. Deployment. All right, so here it is. It's under deployment status. So this is the deployment that we just did. We can see it was successful. And this is all you're going to see in Salesforce. In Workbench, you can see that it was successful. You can see that it was able to delete both of these classes. And so if I go to my Apex classes, I can see that those two Apex classes are now gone. So those are the steps that you follow in order to delete an Apex class or trigger. Proceed with caution and make sure that you're only deleting things that you're 100% sure that you can delete. And good luck. Let me know if you run into any issues. That's it. That's a wrap. Be sure to subscribe to Blue Tiger Academy so you don't miss our next video that will show you how to trigger a flow when records are restored from a recycle bin. You'll learn how to write an Apex trigger that will run when a record is undeleted to trigger the actions in an auto launch flow. Let us know in the comments below if you have any questions or if you'd like to see a video on a different Salesforce topic. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.